check me out. Now it's just that Fridays was serving the green. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Now Hall to start the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Ball again on second down. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jameis to throw it. This pass out wide to Hall. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready, set. 3. Ready.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Willis. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The Lions move there, look like nobody open, now second down. The Lions had 8-3 now. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Malik Willis sacked by Joey Bosa. A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, man. Check, contact. Check, contact.
Running left, Taylor. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Taylor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number?
This is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that.
Nothing big happened, but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either.
Second down, a run to Hall. Coming up.
And then we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now Winston. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he will have a Jaguars first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action. Winston. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Hall want to give up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
On play action, Winston. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far into this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Throwing on 2nd and long. Willis, he'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Hall again on 2nd down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it's stopping with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Winston now. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
They run once more with Taylor.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Ball again on second down.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start.
And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He's going to air one out.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 38-yard line.
Winston.
That's complete to Tony. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Winston on 3rd and 2. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now Winston on 4th down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
They run the jet sweep now for Tony.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Kadarius Toney, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Willis. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
3, go!
On the draw is Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That was Travis Jones working his way through and sticking him behind the line.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Willis to throw. That's complete to John Ross. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Let's go now.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Now Willis. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. A very solid gain of 27. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Willis. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. I mean, there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing, Winston. Buying time to his left.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Breece Hall.
36 yards.
And the Jaguars will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 17, Lions 7. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Detroit. 67 yards.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. They'll run with Hall. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. They'll go for it. It's Hall. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd,